Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So we are looking at SOCCERVERSE. So the first two games have been played now. I'm manager of Bolton in Division 3 in the UK here. My next game is away at Blackpool on Saturday. What's been going on? G. Thomason has a minor injury for 2 days. Okay. He might be okay then. Yeah, because it's on Wednesday, so that was the last game. So I've won one game and I've lost one game. Let's have a look here at what I might want to do. So here he is. No, yes. So I've got a cross on there saying he's injured. I think he's going to be okay, but I probably can't submit my team sheet yet because he's currently injured. So I'll wait for a while. Obviously, there's different things I can do here. I can choose different formations. I can. These are my substitutes here. I can. This is my full player list, so I could swap some of these around if I wanted to. So we're starting to get this player here is showing yellow at the bottom here. Not so he's maybe. His morale's okay. But maybe keep an eye on him. And obviously you can see here with all these players, you can different things setting you can do. I can change the tempo on what they want to do. That might affect if they're going to get injured or not. I can attack, change their sort of style of how I would want them to play individually. This has just been set up in the default. I can also go in and change the team. So at the moment I'm playing in an attacking style. With medium tackling, I can set up certain situations. So at the moment I've got it set up here. If I'm winning, something happens. I can't remember what happens. I think I go defensive, and if I'm losing, I go counter-attacking, I believe. So you can set up these different situations depending on what's going on. So that's the manager part of it. There's other stuff going on here. So there's the finances. So this is the club. This is Bolton as a club, the one that I'm manager of. So we can see what's going on here. Starting balance. This is the season income. Or this is the current situation. What they expect situation to be. So I get money for various cash receipts and TV revenue and sponsorship and merchandise, player transfer and prize money. Obviously that depends on what I end up doing. So nothing at the moment on the changing around that on the transfer side of things. This is what's going on, no transfers, and this is voting. So you can change the manager, or someone can change the manager if they want to. So that's what's going on in terms of that. But there's also you as a player of the game SOCCERVERSE. So what's going on here? So we have the SVC is the sort of internal token of the game. So I get a little sort of graph of what's going on in terms of my income in the game. So manager of Bolton, this is my weekly wage, enormous sum of money. I'm not the agent for any players, but I could be an agent for a player, and that would give me a wage as well. So that'd be a percentage of that player's wage. Gives me a little estimate of what's going on here. Influence is sort of the internal sort of ownership model. So I actually have influence in 7 clubs. And I actually have influence in 1 player, and that was my income last week. So you can see here, Bolton is the main influence that I have because I had to buy that to become the manager. But when you buy these, you get like a random selection of other teams as well. So I've got influence in all these other teams. These are not worth anything at the moment because very early on in the game. I also have some player influence. So Ethan Nawari from Arsenal, so I've got some influence in him, and this is currently worth vaguely something, but that's because I paid for it. So here he is. So if I want to buy some more, there's a lot. I'm the only person who's bought any of this. Oh, here we have the different trading history here. Okay, so there's some. Yeah, it's mainly me. Someone else looks like they've done something there. So you can buy some for this amount, and if I wanted to sell some, I could say, oh, I want to sell it for 1. Obviously no one would buy it there because they can buy it cheaper directly from the game, so to speak, but I could sell 100. I've got 2,500. This is much later stuff in the game, so it's not really happening at the moment. We can see here some other players are proving popular. Obviously it's the sort of usual suspects. And if you look at sort of clubs, you can buy similar things here. So there's other sort of clubs I wanted to find. What club could we find? Bournemouth. We could have Bournemouth, and so it's interesting. So I could buy some Bournemouth. This is the price 8 SOCCERVERSE tokens, and there's 560 of those available. So I could buy that. I don't actually have enough money at the moment. So there's people buying, and there's people who you could buy at this price, and some people want to buy obviously at a cheaper price. So this is the price that's available. This is what people are selling for, and this is the price people want to buy for. And obviously, there's, as with all these sort of things, there's a big gap. So at one point, someone wants to sell for 9, and someone wants to buy for 8. So that's showing open orders. No, and this is who owns the influence in Bournemouth. Okay. And transfer market. So this is sort of a cool thing that we'll get onto. These are players. So Gundogan is ranked high, obviously, because he's a good player, although on the way down, you would say now, at 34 years old. So the manager of Manchester Blue has put in a minimum bid of 25 million SOCCERVERSE coins, and there's currently someone has bid 25.8 million. So it looks like Gundogan is going to be changing clubs in a couple of days. Obviously, so if someone has enough money, they could come in and outbid this bid. But that's quite a lot of money, so I think that's fairly unlikely. So we have all these minimum bids. David Silva, Aston Villa. Can someone have him for 5 million? Not sure. So I come back here. On my finances, how am I doing? Well, my current balance is 4.7 million. So obviously I don't have enough money to go and buy any of those players because they're too expensive, but obviously I'm in the 3rd division in England, so I wouldn't be able, clearly that would be ridiculous for me to go and buy those players. But then maybe if I look at if I get more into my squad, so my squad ratings obviously are much lower because I'm in a much lower division, but it could be that I get a player injured, or it could be at the moment I have I'm sort of playing this guy out of position, so I don't have a right-sided midfield player. I don't think anyway. So that might be something that I'm looking for. I'm sort of currently playing this guy as an attacking midfield player, but I'm playing him on the right side. So I may be interested in a transfer deal there, but obviously I wouldn't be paying large sums of money. I'd have to be sort of looking at sort of maybe lower leagues, maybe a young player, and getting someone in sort of for the future and not worrying too much about this season. So it's all the usual sort of tactics you would get in a proper sort of soccer game. And it may be that I've got too many goalkeepers, and I want to get rid of, or this goalkeeper, I don't think he's up to much. I might just want to sell him for a little bit of money. So he's 29. He's not great. Maybe I want to just sell him for whatever I can get, just to get a bit of money in, and try and buy a right-sided midfield player. So all that sort of stuff is what we get up to in SOCCERVERSE. The season's run for 6 months, so it's a long period of time. And so this is the whole game world, lots of different leagues, obviously. And let's have a look. English First Division. So who's top here? So only played 2 games. So Brentford are currently top, and Manchester Blue are currently bottom. So that's sort of how Manchester Blue are actually doing at the moment. So the other thing is the people who are losing, and if someone else wants to come in and take over the club, you would have to buy an influence pack. But then you could have a vote here. So you could vote, try and vote a manager out if you didn't think they were doing a good job, or you wanted to have a go at doing that. In that case, you have to buy some influence. Scott Carson's on the transfer market. They've been quite busy here, signing a contract for more seasons. So there's sort of quite a bit of stuff going on. So they're increasing their for the younger players. A bit of activity there. So yeah, so that's SOCCERVERSE. Worth checking out if you like soccer, I suppose. Thanks for watching the video. See you again soon.